Chennai Rhinos to get past Karnataka Bulldozers and to take on Punjab Deshare tomorrow. So the final 10 overs coming up. I am Shankar Prakash and with me Charu Sharma. Well, what's your prediction?
Oh, Shankar. So now the twin problems for Chennai Rhinos. Not only do they have to score 130, but also they have number 4, 5, 6 theoretically batting at 1, 2, 3. So for me, those are free hits. The first 3 overs, you've got batsmen who've been told, or I would tell them, swing. Don't shut your eyes, but swing. Because if you get a few runs, great. Only 2 boundary outriders. You have to be very unlucky for the ball to go to the outriders. Because where are they? Let's also quickly confirm as Rajiv will begin the bowling. I think one's at the cover fence, and the other one is perhaps at long off. Yes, those are the 2 offside boundary riders. There they are. I think right at the corner of the screen you might see long off, which means there's no boundary rider on the leg side. Now we know Rajiv is going to keep the ball outside the off. Swing it away to leg. Here we go.
First ball, Kichcha feels that it's done and dusted. Sharan has surrendered himself to the very first ball from Rajiv. What a start!
The crowd goes absolutely nuts because it's their hero, Kichcha Sudeep, who kept his eye on the ball, stayed low, thin edge. Oh, actually a pretty thick edge. And he gets it in his right hand. He'll be delighted. The team delighted. There we go. Sharan is the only one. And I suppose everybody else in yellow who will be very, very disappointed. A brilliant start for the Karnataka Bulldozers, getting rid of the danger man, Sharan, on a golden duck. Was it a platinum duck? Chennai, none for 1.
Shantanu, the new man in, but the surprise package from the Karnataka Bulldozers was indeed Manjunath Gowda, who was the help runner, got the feel of the wicket when he was with Kichcha Sudeep, also got some good runs, and probably that must have motivated him. Was biding his chance, and Rajiv also was out for no score, 2 wickets back to back, and the platform was set for Manjunath Gowda.
True, good reminder. Rajiv strikes back, giving Chennai Rhinos a taste of their own medicine. He was out first ball, and now he ensures that the first ball of the innings, he gets a wicket. Let's call it a platinum duck, Fuzz tells me. Choose your duck, but it was a very important duck. And the Karnataka Bulldozers couldn't have been more delighted. So Shantanu comes in to join Ajay, and already you can look at his eyes. They show a little bit of, what's the word one should use? Apprehension.
Well, probably talking of ducks, I think any batting side would not like any sort of duck, be it gold, platinum or diamond.
Okay, what next? Rajiv's on fire.
Oh! In the air, another wicket goes down. So another first ball duck. I won't call it anything, any medal for that.
Well, this is now a legitimate golden duck. First ball for the batsman, not the first ball of the innings. And Rajiv is sitting on a hat-trick. Wow, what drama here. Got the outside part of the bat. Now, let's not forget he's not a top-line batsman for the Chennai Rhinos. Sent in just to make sure that from number 4 onwards, Chennai Rhinos can get their top-level batsman. And the match is still very alive because only 2 balls have been bowled. Another, well, duck on the first ball. Chennai, none for 2.
Will this be a hat-trick for Rajiv? Prithvi, the new man in. 0 for 2 Chennai. Chasing a mammoth target of 130.
Well, unless it's a gimme full toss, Prithvi will do very well to withstand this enormous pressure around the ground as Sudeep rouses his fans to just keep the ball away. Dead bat. Oh! The drama subsides. Very efficient square cut by Prithvi. And Chennai Rhinos get the first run on the board, but they've lost 2 wickets. Yet, I say one more time, this could be a very different series.
That was the first, this was the second. Didn't get hold of it properly, but it's a good, well-judged catch. And Rajiv has definitely made amends for that first ball duck when he played in the second innings.
And who caught it? The man who can't do any wrong today, Manjunath, who travelled back pretty quickly, backpedaled and then took it well over his head, kept his eye on the ball, well caught.
Oh, almost. Rajiv. So Karnataka has got a good mix of all-rounders. That's what have kept them in the hunt right from the word go. Barring the 2-run loss to Punjab, Karnataka has been the team. Based on form, I think they should be given the CCL Cup of this season.
Well, they have, if they make the final, they have a really tough one against the Punjab they share tomorrow. But we'll find out. We're about 9 overs away. 9 overs and 2 balls away from finding out whether Karnataka will be playing here tomorrow.
Right. No doubt about that. Nevertheless, remember 127 balls, 56 runs, 13 runs per over. Consistently they have to score. So any bowler who gives less than 13 runs per over has done a good job.
As Rajiv certainly has in this opening over. 2 for 2.
Hits it hard. No run. 13.2. The run rate has gone up now. Every dot ball, the run rate goes up. Rajiv has done an exceedingly great job by putting Karnataka right on top.
You know, matches are sometimes remembered for a ball here and a ball there. This is that kind of a ball. If Rajiv keeps it tight, Chennai Rhinos may never recover.
And it takes the aerial route. But I think that'll be the first 6 of the Chennai Rhinos. Second innings, 6 to end the over. 9 for 2 after 1.
What a terrific way for the Chennai Rhinos to end that first over. Prithvi, fearless. It was in the slot. He didn't hesitate, fully committed to that. It was perhaps tailing into leg stump. And wasn't that a high, handsome maximum for Prithvi? Well, they are now back in the match, as it were. And also remember, Kichcha Sudeep is a little hamstrung. He'll have to get bowlers who didn't bowl 1, 2, 3 in the first innings. So he's now banking on Krishna to come in, darling Krishna, who once again put in a fine effort with the bat and is a useful all-rounder. But he may get a taste of his own medicine, courtesy Prithvi and Ajay.
Kichcha has also got Golden Star Ganesh, who's another bowler who can pick wickets at regular intervals. So Karnataka is slightly in a much better position, not just in terms of the difference of the number of balls and the number of runs to get. They also have got some good bowlers, even though the first innings they have exhausted their prime bowlers. So that's the beauty of this Karnataka Bulldozers team. Good take. In the first innings, there was a boundary, but not this time. So Kichcha, maybe those 2 sixes must have brought his fitness back.
He did show his prowess with the bat, didn't he? Very valuable 23 in a reasonably quick time. And now once again diving to his left, getting a nice big hand, a glove on that ball. Okay, I wonder what role Ajay has. It looks big and strong, so he may still be a very good striker of the ball. Yet he's been sent 1, 2, 3. So much more batting still to come for Chennai Rhinos.
Again, back-to-back dot balls by Darling Krishna. So as we were talking about what Prithvi and Ajay, their role is clear-cut now. They need to get boundaries and sixes. Ones and twos are not enough.
Yeah, you know, I feel for Darling Krishna because I think Sudeep changed his mind. First he was talking to JK saying, all right, here's the ball. Then he said, well, I can't remember whether he bowled 1, 2, 3. So, Krishna, come on up, take the ball. And I think Krishna wasn't ready, and it's showing because the first 2 balls were way down leg, testing his keeper and captain, who couldn't be too happy about that.
Instinctive captaincy by Kichcha Sudeep, and why not? When things are going your way, you act according to your instincts, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Who knows? The over has not yet started, but 2 runs has already been given away. If Krishna can pick up a wicket, then more and more decisions will be taken based on instinct.
Okay, change of plan. Kichcha Sudeep says, I think I'll stand up to him. Asks for his helmet. And
nicely struck with the power play in place. And the umpire is waiting to decide whether it's a boundary or a 6. And it'll take some time for that. But nevertheless, a good hit by Ajay.
well, Krishna finally adjusts, starts bowling outside off. And then what happens? Ajay lays into that. And from my judgment, that's at least a foot outside the boundary. That's 6. And very well struck by Ajay. The Chennai Rhinos will now continue to believe.
1 6 and a boundary every over. If they can do that in the final 3 to 4 overs, they can go for the kill with wickets in hand. Easier said than done, but nevertheless, Ajay has shown the intent. And there comes the decision.
Where are the boundary riders? One's a very square third man, almost like a deep backward point. And the other ones are long on.
One of the reasons why Krishna was asked to bowl maybe in the final, as Karnataka thinks they're almost there. Maybe Krishna's 1 over can be useful if the other bowlers are going for runs. That probably might be the thinking.
Yeah, he's a bit of a sacrificial lamb with the ball. And that previous delivery was wide, but here's a 6 again. Oh, very well struck. Into the covers for 6. That's a special shot. Takes a lot of strength. The bench loves it.
It's it high. No need to run for that. Boundary this time. So it's been a good over for Chennai. Well, when 2 wickets fell in the first over, one did get a feeling that the match is almost over, but it's not.
Yeah, the dugout was bouncing when those 2 wickets fell. And now there's silence there. They know that they cannot afford to let Chennai Rhinos get off to a good start during the power play. That's exactly where they're headed right now. 21 in only 1.3 overs. And remember, the first 2 balls were wickets. So Chennai Rhinos have come back really well. And it's this big man at the crease now, Ajay, who's feasting on the offside. Still no fielder as a cover sweeper or an extra cover. So there is a long off though.
AJ there. Once again goes for the hit. Misfield. The last thing for Karnataka. So the target is met in this over for Chennai. And there's still 2 more balls to go.
Yeah, more despondency in the dugout. There we go again. I think that went through the legs. It was travelling. Of course, a slightly awkward bounce, but he really should have gotten down a little sooner. Here's that Sunil Rao, who is it? Doesn't look too good on his resume, but it was very firmly struck.
25 for 2. 16 runs of this over. Making it up what they lost in the first over. The match is not over. It's still on. What Karnataka require now is another wicket very quickly, because a couple of 16, 17 runs over will make Chennai believe that they can. It's a good ball, good comeback. Only a single then. Karnataka won't mind conceding the singles, but nevertheless, the over for this, the run required has been done. 1 more ball to go still.
Yeah, 17 runs off it. And Krishna will do very well, Darling Krishna, to keep it down to a dot or a 1, that last ball. Otherwise, it could be a defining over. Prithvi, who hit 1 huge 6 earlier on, and in fact in the first innings as well, he had a nice little cameo. will be waiting to see whether he too can feast outside the off stump. What does Krishna do next? Lots of pressure on the bowler.
In the air, should be taken. A nice catch there, and we had the right fielder there. So good catch taken in the deep, and finally seeing the back of Prithvi. Rajiv.
Well, that's an absolutely magnificent catch by Rajiv. I wonder if he stepped on that boundary cushion. I mean, he did pedal backwards and maybe he didn't quite know where he was. Took it well over his head. An exceptional catch. Might have hurt his finger in the process, but we will check that because he was very, very close to the boundary cushion. He seems to feel that he's caught it inside, and he may well have because he glanced behind him and he felt that he was in a good position. We'll check the front foot no ball first. That seems to be okay.
The facial expression of Rajiv says it all. If there is a tip of his boot touching the boundary, it will be rather unfortunate. There he is, taken it neatly. Yes, goes back. He has not touched, I think.
Ouch, that's very, very close. We need some other angle. He steps back and continues to, and then he stops just in time or not. There are those kids behind him. Maybe we should take their opinion. But this is quite brilliant. Very, very cool, and he must be only an inch away from that boundary protector. But how well has he done? Cool as ever, Rajiv. Well done.
The kids must have told him in Kannada that you might already touch the boundary. And it's given out. And Prithvi goes to Karnataka back in the game. 2 overs gone, 26 for 3.
There it is one more time. Well, it was a pretty effective hit. He caught the ball well. It was a half volley. And Rajiv knew he was a little short, so he had a back pedal, took it well over his head, almost arching his back, and then he took another couple of short steps. But I think he was just inside. 26 for 3. Prithvi, a well-made 7, but not enough.
.13 runs per over. Run rate is okay, but they have lost 3 wickets. And the man of the first innings, Vikranth, comes in. In the World Cup final, Surya Kumar Yadav took a catch in the boundary line. This catch may be as valuable as that.
Certainly, because Prithvi can hit a big ball, as he showed. And just the calmness with which Rajiv took that catch was brilliant. Of course, excited once again, the Karnataka Bulldozers dugout. But as they say in Hindi, ab aaya oot pahad ke niche, because they've got Vikranth, their skipper, still not 100%, but he had a wonderful outing in the first innings, and they'll need him now.
That was former Minister Raju Gowda who applauded that wicket. A single. They won't mind conceding that, and Rajiv will finish his quota. Bowled well. An important juncture of this game if they can contain Vikranth.
Well, you can't have a runner straight away. So, which is why, even though he's limping, he's going to be there for, I think, 3 deliveries before he asks for a runner. And Rajiv, of course, comes back for his second over. What a brilliant spell for him in the first innings of 50. Bowled reasonably well. Now, 2 wickets in the very first 2 balls of his first over, opening over. What a starring role. Vikranth, new man in. He'd do well to just push the ball around because there's still 5 balls left to power play and get Ajay on.
Strikes it hard. Not reached the boundary. Smart piece of fielding there in the deep. A couple of runs. But nevertheless, Karnataka have got 4 important bowlers in the form of Sunil Rao, Golden Star Ganesh, Chandan.
Well, I think, I'm sorry to interrupt, but that's a massive brain fade, and he points to his head as well. He just stood there, and Ajay ran all the way, got to the crease, and came all the way back. So he ran 2, and Vikranth didn't run at all because He probably felt, no, I'm telling you what he felt. He felt that he had a runner. And there was no runner. So he was just standing there. And that's two very valuable runs missed by the skipper, Vikranth. You'll have to make up for it now.
CCL should make a new rule. They should give 1 run at least, because the non-striker has run twice, 2 runs. So, but that doesn't happen. As Rajiv strikes it hard. Vikranth. Shot.
Has he made up for it or what? Swats it. What a fabulous slog over mid-wicket for 6. Vikranth, well played. We forgive you for missing out on that too.
Who knows, if he had run 2 runs, he wouldn't have hit the 6, because he doesn't have a runner for him. So he has conserved his energy by not running, and that must have helped him to go in for that massive 6. So there you are. Just like we see in several Utsavs, like Hampi Utsava and all, this is the Utsava of CCL.
Yeah, no one's left. We still have a massive crowd here in this wonderful stadium, even though it's a little late in the evening now for Mysore standard. They kind of retire early, don't they? Rajiv being given the treatment by the opposite captain.
Again struck hard. Placement was there. So 4 runs again. So Vikranth fighting it out. This match is not over still. So long as Vikranth is there, and if he gets some good company at the other end, the match is on.
And now, of course, Vikranth is due for a runner as well. But he might as well just stand there and keep hitting. Was slightly short, no real pace there. And Vikranth had plenty of time to line up that shot. Now, there is a deep mid-wicket. The horse may have bolted. Where's the other boundary rider? He's at deep point. And now, of course, 3 balls up. Vikranth will have the benefit of a runner.
They are on course in terms of run rate, almost close to 13 runs per over. 2 more balls to go. If they can manage to get 2 runs, they are on 13 runs per over. Easily struck. Easy pickings. 4 more. They are ahead of the required run rate now. 41 for 3. 1 more ball to go.
Rajiv couldn't take the pressure too well. Drifted down leg. But still, Vikranth had to find the timing. And he did really well. Swung his bat around with great timing. And flicked it behind fine leg for another boundary. Fine stroke, didn't try and hit it too hard, went with the pace of the ball and the angle. And he's got 6-4-4 after having come in. Another brilliant contribution by Vikranth, the skipper, who made that 63, I think, in the first innings. The team depends so heavily on him. They did lose 3 wickets in the power play, but they've come back really well with a 41 score, a ball to go.
Vikranth strikes it hard. And it will be another boundary to end the over. So 45 for 3, 15 runs per over. Chennai on track.
The power play is up. The field will spread 5 outfielders as we take a look at that outside edge. The ball spinning away from short third. No way he was going to get to that ball. You might say that Rajiv had the right to feel hard done. And the skipper, in all fairness, also just gave Rajiv a high five while they were changing around, acknowledging that it wasn't really your fault, particularly that last ball. Okay, under the floodlights here, we, ladies and gentlemen, are in for a cliffhanger. The people here in Mysore know that. They're dancing to the music, appreciating what Karnataka Bulldozers have done. But as you will know if you're watching the CCL in this match, that the Chennai Rhinos are right on track. They're sniffing a potential victory here.
Anup Bhandari, the director of Vikranth Rona, with Kichcha Sudeep in the lead. Starts off a fresh over. Has also got 1 hit, Rangi Taranga, one of the classics of Kannada cinema. Run very quickly, and that's the advantage of having help runners.
Yeah, I know. Anup and I were chatting, I think a couple of weekends ago. He was telling me a story about how he is an engineer working in the US for quite a bit. And just a gentle push gets them through. And how he came back to India and said that, all right, I want to get into the world of films. And if I don't make really good films, I don't want to get into it. And luckily, it was a big hit.
And his brother, Nirup Bhandari, was the hero of that Rangi Taranga. And thereafter, they never looked back. They've done well, both Nirup and Anup. And both of them, their father makes documentaries.
Or a filmmaking family. Now a little bit of drama on the field. The non-striker taken off, and then he was sent back by the striker. And with the ball coming in, it ricocheted off the hands, no, directly onto the stumps. There was an appeal by Anup, but of course he is well in. Is Vikranth sent back by Ajay? No run there for sure. Good call.
This has to be the over for both the teams to get the momentum back. If Karnataka can manage to restrict the scoring to less than 10. It's it hard down the ground. May not reach the boundary. It will be stopped. Looking for the second. And this is... What's happening?
Well, this is the second misfield. This one really should have been fielded. But the big man there lets it go. Earlier it was in the covers, and now it didn't really have that much pace. I think he's tall, didn't quite get there early enough, almost overran it, and indicates that he might have been disturbed by long off coming in. Whatever the reason is, you should have stopped there. Get your body behind the line, and Anup will feel very upset with the situation. So too Sudeep. Things unraveling a bit for the Karnataka Bulldozers.
Absolutely, they need a wicket right now in this over. It's and again another boundary. Fortunately, well covered, no misfield, only a single. Respite for the fielders.
Once it went to the right of short third, that's Ganesh there. One felt that it might race to the boundary, but very good work done by deep backward point. Raced in, made no mistake. And that fielder must have been under some pressure as well. Vikranth, 18 from only 5, striking at 360. That's brilliant. And his partner Ajay also 1/6 and 3/4, striking at 209. A very good phase for the Chennai Rhinos. As you said, if a wicket doesn't fall here, the balance could tilt.
And particularly even after the power play, they are scoring freely. And there are some good bowlers, as we know, Sunil Rao. But if Chennai can get the momentum, even bowlers like Sunil Rao will not be able to contribute much under the situation as the ball is coming onto the bat nicely.
Yet another wobble and long off. Luckily the ball didn't go through. It's only a single. You make a good mention of Sunil Rao, because I think he is a very important element here. Can't bowl 1 to 3, but I'm sure he'll be bowling next, or very, very soon, because those full in-swinging deliveries of his are very difficult to get away. All unfortunately, unless he, of course, loses his length. A couple of full tosses may make a difference, but he bowls well.
We also have Chandan in the air. A sixer. This match is slowly tilting towards Chennai. Who expected this when 3 wickets fell? 4 overs gone, 59. Chennai Rhinos 59 for 3 after 4 overs. The required run rate was 13 per over, which is much more than that. They have brought the required run rate to less than 12, which means Chennai Rhinos are definitely in the hunt. If they don't lose wicket in the next couple of overs, they can still make it up if the run rate goes down.
What a fabulous strike. Yes, it was a half volley in the slot, but he swung it big with full commitment, way over long off. And that's such a pleasing 6 for the dugout. Well played, Ajay, which brings Vikranth now on strike for the next over. Who's it going to be? Chandan Kumble. Here we go.
When you mentioned Kumble, Fazal sitting to your right was puzzled. Now he'll watch him and he will agree with what we said. But he'll have to take a wicket. Strikes hard, only a single. The required run rate is just about 10.83 now. 7 wickets in hand. Vikranth 20 of 7. Ajay 29 of 12.
There's no doubt in my mind that Kichcha Sudeep and all the supporters here, so many around the ground, will be very worried at this stage. If they know their cricket, they will know that the Chennai Rhinos are in very good shape right now. Wasn't quite ready. He did very well. The right thing, Ajay, to just pull away, move away, and reset. Where are the boundary riders? Let's take a quick look. On the offside, we've got a deep point. We've got a couple more on the offside and only 2, I think, on the leg side. Yep.
Partnership 34 of 13. Well, another boundary. This match is slowly slipping away from the hands of Karnataka Bulldozers.
Well, Chandan does like to keep it outside often, which is why he has only 2 boundary riders on the leg side, deep mid wicket and long on, but gave too much space on the offside. How well was that hit? A little too square. The boundary riders are deep points, as I said, a deep extra and long off. But he found the big gap between deep point and deep extra.
Again, goes fine. Another boundary. 2 back-to-back boundaries. No one even ever thought of such a reply from Chennai. Partnership now worth 42 of 15.
Very fortunate, of course, Ajay. Thick outside edge. No chance for the keeper. Short third was up. No cover at the boundary. And Chennai Rhinos continue to believe. Ajay striking at 264. Vikranth striking at 285. And they have a partnership of 42 in only 15. This is brilliant by the men in yellow.
Again, they will look for the second run, but they decide against it. Rightly so. Chandan already has conceded 10 runs per over now. The required run rate is slightly above 10, so you need to concede not more than 9 runs an over if you have to stay in the hunt, if you don't pick up wickets. Otherwise, pick a couple of wickets and then come back into the game.
You know, so well have the Chennai Rhinos played, these two particularly, Vikranth and Ajay, that they don't really need to keep tonking every ball. They can actually have a couple of dots or pushes for singles and twos. They are that strong at this point of time.
Hits it hard, down the ground. Yes, smart piece of fielding, ensuring that even if the ball misses the hand, the feet will touch it. So 70 for 3. 1 more ball to go. Vikranth 21 of 8, 38 of 15. The final ball. Place it on the onside. A quick single taken. Nevertheless, single to end the over. We'll have to wait and see. Umpire has got, they have decided to take a review with 1 more ball to go. 70 for 3. $71 for 3 at the end of 5 overs.